Howdy, ma'am.
I'll take that. Aide Williams tells me you're being difficult.
Oh, me?
He says you refuse to take your admission shower.
Oh, well, as to that, ma'am, they showered me at the courthouse and last night at the jail, and I swear they would have washed my ears on the way over if they could have found the facilities.
That's very amusing, Mr. McMurphy. However, you must understand our policies are engineered for your cure, and that means cooperation.
Oh, ma'am, I'll cooperate the hell with Thursday, but you wouldn't want me to be impolite. I mean, had to get acquainted with my new buddies.
Please understand, we do appreciate the way you've taken it upon yourself to orient with the other patients. However, everything in its own time. You must follow the rules.
Wow. You know, ma'am, that is the exact thing someone always tells me about the rules. Just as I'm thinking of breaking every single one of them. Good morning, Miss Ratched. How's life on the outside?
You can't run around here in a towel.
Towels against war policy? Okay, I'll just...
Stop, don't you dare. Get back in there and put on clothes this instant.
Oh, I'd love to, ma'am, but I'm afraid some thief boosted my clothes in the middle of the night.
Boosted? Those clothes were supposed to be picked up to be laundered. Williams?
Mr. Warren had laundry duty.
Warren, come here. Couldn't you see this man had nothing on but a towel?
And my slippers. You got up early.
Get up too early. You'll get his clothing this instant and spend the next 2 weeks on geriatrics cleaning bedpans. And you, get rid of that towel at once.
Oh, well, certainly.
No.
It's a present from Cohen in Oregon State. Well, she said it was some kind of symbol.
Mr. Murphy, if you're finished showing off your manly physique, perhaps you better go get dressed.
Oh, delighted. Good morning. Good morning. I stayed out all night long. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Don't you have anything better to do than stand around and gape? I want this room spotless. Hadn't you boys go to get dressed? So there should be some form of punishment for the unspeakable behavior of yesterday. Most of you are here because you could not adjust to the outside world. You broke the rules of society. At some point in your childhood, perhaps you were allowed to get away with that. When you broke a rule, you knew it. You wanted to be punished, needed it, but the punishment did not come. And that leniency on the part of your parents may have been the gem of your present illness. I remind you of this, hoping you'll understand it's only for your own good that we enforce discipline. Is there any comment? And I'll assume you understand me and agree. You also understand it is very difficult to enforce discipline in these surroundings. After all, what can we do to you? You can't be arrested. You can't be sent to an institution, you're already here. All we can do is take away privileges. And so after carefully considering the circumstances, we decided to take away certain privileges which encouraged this rebellion to happen. First, for 30 days, there will be no viewing of the television. Second, the privilege of playing cards during recreational hours is hereby rescinded.
Excuse me.
Is that all, Miss Ratched?
Not quite. There is the matter of one more patient, one who's been on this ward almost as long as I. Longer, I think, than any of you. And you all know, of course, to whom I refer?
Me.
Mr. Bromden long ago was diagnosed as catatonic. For that reason, since it was assumed we could not communicate, we gave up. We forgot poor Mr. Bromden. And that was wrong of us. But Mr. Bromden acted wrongly too. Please understand, we're happy to know that Mr. Bromden can be reached, but disappointed to learn he would conceal it from us, thereby refusing to cooperate in his own cure. And if Mr. Bromden can hear, can't it logically be assumed he can also speak? I think Mr. Bromden should speak to us, don't you? His first contribution to group therapy. How appropriate if those first words were an apology.
Back.
An apology for the behavior that made yesterday's
Big
rebellion.
Murphy.
Leave him alone!
You're begging for it!
Murphy, I'm warning you.
Make it stop! Make it stop!
Now then, would anyone like to begin?
Well, I guess I ought to talk about it. It's on account of my mother. Every time she comes to visit, well, it leaves me feeling just awful.
But your mother loves you, Billy.
Billy, darling, Billy, baby.
I know that's the trouble. I'm such a disappointment to her, but she won't admit it. She won't admit it. I mean, and I say to her, Mama, I'm not right in the head. I can't even talk straight. But she goes right on, and pretty soon I'm gonna kill myself. Well, so I try.
Is it possible you may be trying to punish her?
Sure, it's possible. In fact, couldn't we talk about somebody else today?
You really ought to face it, Billy. Very well. Close of Friday's meeting, we were discussing Mr. Harding's young wife, and the fact that she is very well endowed in the bosom.
This is true.
Would anyone care to touch upon this?
Touch upon what?
Subject.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant touch upon her.
To continue, according to several entries made by patients in the law book. Oh, good morning, Doctor.
Sorry.
Yes, we were just discussing Mr. Harding's relation with his wife.
Whose wife? Oh yeah, I see her.
Where?
Mamma mia, una papon.
God, what I wouldn't give for that man's eyes.
Big Murphy, Randall Patrick, admitted by the state for diagnosis and possible treatment. 35 years old, never married, a history of drunkenness, assault and battery, disturbing the peace, repeated gambling, and one arrest for rape.
Statutory.
Feel it with a child of 15.
Oh, said she was 17 and she was plenty willing.
A court doctor's examination of the child.
Stop. She was so willing, I took to padlocking my pants. Oh, did you now?
Our new admission, Doctor.
Ah, it seems that you have no previous history. Any time spent in other institutions?
Well, sir, including state and county cool.
Mental institutions.
No, sir, this is my first time. But I'm crazy, Doc, I swear. Well, here, let me show you. That thing that the nurse from the work farm said, oh yeah, here it is. Repeated outbreaks of passion that suggest the possible diagnosis of psychopaths. The way she explained it, Doc, psychopaths means I get in too many fights and, how do you put it? I'm overzealous in the sexual relations. Is that real serious, Doc? I mean, have you ever been troubled by it?
Oh, no, Mr. McMurphy. I'll admit I haven't.
Well, that part about fighting I can understand, but whoever heard of a man getting too much attention from the ladies?
I'm interested in this statement here. Do not overlook the possibility that this man may be feigning psychosis to escape the drudgery of the work farm. What about that, Mr. McMurphy?
Do I look like the same man to you?
Doctor, perhaps you should advise Mr. McMurphy on the protocol of these meetings.
Yes, and one of the first rules is that patients remain seated.
Oh, why sure, Doc. Thank you.
You see, we operate here on the principle of the therapeutic community.
The which?
The therapeutic community. That means that this ward is society in miniature. And since society decides who is sane and who isn't, you must measure up. Our goal here is a completely democratic ward, governed by the patients, working to restore you to the outside. The important thing is to let nothing fester inside you. Talk, discuss, confess. If If another patient says something of significance, write it in the logbook for all to see. Do you know what this procedure is called, Mr. McMurphy?
Squealing?
Mood therapy. Help yourself and your friends probe the secrets of the inner subconscious. Bring those old guilts out into the open.
Oh, what guilts?
You have them, or you wouldn't be here.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Excellent.
Oh, like the stream I had the other night. Well, maybe you can tell me what it means, huh? See, it was like me in the dream. Except it wasn't me. Well, it wasn't Elvis either, because that's Tuesdays in Colorado, but it was someone who looked like me, like my dad.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was my daddy, all right. I remember because when I saw him, he had this big iron bolt through his jawbone, like Daddy used to have.
Your father had an iron bolt through his jawbone?
A regular Frankenstein.
How fascinating.
Doctor, may I suggest Mr. McMurphy might learn best by example? According to several entries made by patients in the logbook, Mr. Harding has stated that he feels uneasy when walking with his wife on the street.
That is correct, Miss
Because of the manner in which other men stare at her. He has said, and quote,
She damned well gives them a reason to stare. Unquote.
yes. He has also stated that he might give her reason to seek sexual attention elsewhere. What reason, Dale?
Well, like... Well, I can't say that I've been notably ardent.
Ardent?
Do you mean sexually inadequate?
Come on, Harding. Maybe she's just playing too hot for you.
Yeah, I bet he's afraid of her.
Not afraid.
Okay, scared.
It's more like intimidating.
Same thing.
You have also stated that your wife's ample bosom gives you a feeling of inferiority.
So why does he marry a broad with such big knockers to begin with?
I bet he's got a mother fixation.
I bet he was never weaned.
That's not so. I want a womanly woman. One who will not compete, but who might help me to...
She is noted, Dale. She finds you less than masculine.
Maybe it's the way you use your hands. That it, Harding?
You have chosen a woman who is quite obviously your inferior. Don't you find significance in that?
Yes, Miss Ratched, I do, but I theorize that it seems sexually to me at least.
Yeah, you're always saying how she's such a good lay.
Yeah, tell me, Harding. What happens in the sack?
Impotence, Chadwick. Impotence, Miss Ratched. Impotence. Complete psychic impotence. Oh,
Here we go again.
why do I always start to cry?
Harding, wouldn't it be easier if you was just to come out and admit that it ain't women that you like?
I like women.
Just leave the guy alone.
Sit down.
Oh, listen, buddy, you don't have to deal with this.
Doctor, may I suggest we close this meeting?
Oh?
Close it until discipline has improved. Don't you boys feel sorry for what you did?
Well, I'm not sure we do, ma'am, so, whatever you're gonna do, just get on.
We had a meeting, Randall. The staff and I agreed it might be beneficial if you were to receive shock therapy. But we won't, provided you're willing to admit your mistakes.
You got a paper I can sign?
Paper?
Yeah, and you can add a few things. Like how I'm part of a plot to overthrow the government. How I think life on your ward is the best thing this side of Hawaii. TripAdvisor.
Randall, we're just trying to help you.
You gonna split my pants? You gonna shave my head? Don't worry, Chief, I'll go first.
Concerns patient Randall McMurphy.
Yeah, where you got it? Up and disturbed?
No, Mr. Scanlon. He's in the recovery room and will be back shortly. Here I have a record of Mr. McMurphy's gains since he's been croupier from his little Monte Carlo here on the ward. How much did you lose, Mr. Scanlon? Mr. Cheswick? I think you all have some idea of your own personal losses, but do you know what Mr. McMurphy's winnings come to? According to recent deposits, over $300. I didn't think there should be any delusions as to his motives.
Well, Miss Ratched, he never made any pretense about his motives.
That's right.
Said he was out to get us, and by God, he's done it.
comes the chair, Bo McMurphy, the 10,000-watt psychopath. Oh, hiya, buddies. Hiya, Doc. Nurse, Ratched. And here, ladies and gentlemen, right before your very eyes stands a wild man who goes on high voltage and eats 3, 1, 2, 3 eggs for breakfast each and every morning. Ah!
Ah.
Come on, Chief, we planned this. We had the thing, and we even had a schedule in your... Ah!
We were in the middle of a meeting.
Oh, do continue, man. Who we tearing up today?
Since you so enjoyed it, why not a few more treatments?
Oh, of course, man. Look at the good a few measly bolts have done. I bet if we double the charge, I can pick up Channel 8.
Doctor,
Miss Ratched.
I'd like to withdraw my suggestion as a further shot.
Oh?
Yes. I think it might be appropriate to consider a surgical procedure.
Ma'am?
An operation. Quite simple, really. Had an excellent record in aggressive cases.
Aggressive? Oh, ma'am, I'm as friendly as a pup. Besides, it wouldn't do any good to harm anyone. Would be good for no cutting.
Randall, there's no cutting involved. We simply...
Oh, besides, I mean, it's not gonna do any good. I've got another pair at home, big as baseballs.
Doctor, I should like to return to the subject.
What subject?
Subject of surgical procedure for patient McMurphy.
Not warranted, except in cases of uncontrollable violence.
He has exhibited violence.
Shall we say, there was a certain provocation? No, Miss Ratched. Since you chose to bring the matter up in group rather than staff, I shall state my opinion. I do not approve of surgical procedure in the absence of recurrent violence.
And if it should recur?
Then perhaps we'll reconsider. I bear that in mind.
Behave yourself, boys.
Oh,
Everyone, stay right where you are. Warren, Rochek, Williams, get this place in order. So we've had a little party. Thrown no doubt by Mr. McMurphy? I wonder, is there some sort of profit in it?
oh, that's very clever of you, you know, trying to bug me till I blow. But you know what? Just for once in your life, just shove it!
Where were they?
Food room. On the door.
William Bibbit. I'm so ashamed.
I'm not.
Billy, a woman like this?
Like what?
Cheap, low-painted.
She is not. She's good and sweet. You leave her alone.
Billy, have you thought about how your mother's going to take this? She's always been so proud of your decency. You know what this is going to do to her. You know, don't you?
No. You don't need.
Don't have to tell her. How could I not?
Don't tell her, Miss Ratched. Don't.
I have to tell her. I have to tell her you were found on the floor of the seclusion room with this prostitute. Not you and she.
I didn't. I mean, she made me.
I can't believe she pulled you in there forcibly.
It was the others. They made fun of me. They teased me.
Who, Billy?
They called me names.
Who, Billy?
It was McMurphy.
Oh, Billy.
I want you to go to Dr. Spivey's office and wait for him there. You'll be needing attention.
You're not going to tell my mother, are you?
It's going to be all right, Billy. Everything's going to be all right.
McMurphy.
And you, if you're not out of this ward within 10 seconds, I'll have you jailed as a common prostitute.
Okay, Maxie, okay. You coming back?
Aren't you? There's no reason for you to stay. You've already plundered these poor, sick people of everything they have. So run, Mr. McMurphy. Get out while the getting's good. Save your own skin, Mr. McMurphy. There's no more profit to be made of these sick, mentally ill.
Where's Ratched? Oh my God, where's Ratched?
Matt, you come.
He cut his throat. He went to the doctor's desk, found an instrument, and cut his throat. That boy has killed himself. He's in there now, in the doctor's chair, his throat cut. I hope you're happy, Mr. McMurphy. Playing with human lives, gambling with human lives as if you were God. Are you God, Mr. McMurphy? Somehow I don't think you're God.
Mac, wait, please. Please, Mac, it's what she wants. Just please take a step back, Mr. McMurphy. Please.
Don't you think I can see it?
I know, Mr. McMurphy.
Don't you think I can see it?
Please, just take a step back,
Big,
Mr. McMurphy.
strong,
Please.
masculine.
Please, just
Isn't it time you boys were in bed?
Miss Ratched, what we wanted to know, what we wanted to know.
Is McMurphy coming back, Mr. Ratched? I believe we have a right to know.
I agree, Mr. Harding, and you will be back. Don't you boys believe me?
Lady, we think you're full of bull.
I assure you, Mr. McMurphy will be back. Now, isn't it time you boys were in bed?